Hello and welcome to my channel. I was having tripod issues last round of this, but I think we're back. I think we fixed it. You can see my tiny hanklerfish. Welcome. I am here with a third and final installment of Can I Fall in Love with Myself? Where there's a kitty on my lap. Ooh, I know, I'm sorry. Where I answer all of the 36 questions to fall in love and see if I am able to fall in love with myself and if you are able to fall in love with me, and just take some time and be, thoughtful and introspective and just probably too vulnerable on the internet. And so that's what we're doing today. We're doing the third part, set 3, hanging out with a cat. I've not read these questions yet, so we will be surprised. Where did the questions go? Oh no. The questions have disappeared. Hold please. I found the questions. Amazing. Okay, so for anyone who's new, this is Kitty Cat Diane. She's just gonna be around because she doesn't do anything I tell her to do. Okay, set number 3, starting with question 25. Let's wrap it up. Question 25. Make 3 true we statements each. For instance, we are both in this room feeling ... I do feel like I'm sort of breaking the premise. Like, the farther I get into these questions, the less this whole situation makes any sense. Make 3 true we statements each. For instance, we are both in this room feeling. Okay. Should I do it me and Diane? Or me and you? Or me and me? Me and me is the most meta and confusing. Okay, you and me. Hello. I almost called you listeners because I listen to too many podcasts. Hello, viewers. You and me are both watching YouTube in our lives. You and me are both being vulnerable. You and me are both thinking about how beautiful Diane is. Great, I think I accomplished that one. 26. Complete this sentence. I wish I had someone with whom I could share. This is kind of a silly one. I don't think that's what this is trying to be asking, but I wish I had someone with whom I could share a dog. I don't have a life that can support a dog. I don't have like a consistent enough schedule. I live with this cat. I don't have the disposable income necessarily to be able to devote to keeping another being alive. But I would love a dog in my life. And maybe the solution to that is to share a dog. I think that's not what the question is asking, but it's what came to mind. Okay. 27. If you are going to become a close friend with your partner, what? I have a learning disability. Did not read that correctly. If you were going to become a close friend with your partner, please share what would be important for them to know. I feel like we've just done this. An important thing about me that's important for you to know if you're going to be my friend is that I am pretty emotional about all things all the time and quite sensitive. And that doesn't mean that you shouldn't share things with me because I'm responsible for my own emotions. And it is more important to me that we have an equal, respecting shared relationship than that you try to coddle me by not making me have feelings, because that's never gonna work. Great. 28. Yeah, we're really getting into the partnered part of this. That's fine. 28. Tell your partner what you like about them. Be very honest this time, saying things that you might not say to someone you've just met. I've known me my whole life. Tell your partner what you like about them. I feel like I've already told you what I like about me. Right now, I think I look extremely cute. There we go. The opposite of what the question is asking. Number 29, share with your partner an embarrassing moment in your life. This is not because I don't have embarrassing moments. I absolutely do. They're just not like funny embarrassing. They're kind of like, I showed up to a production meeting less prepared than I meant to be and was too embarrassed to speak. Which was like embarrassing, but doesn't like, it's not like a good embarrassing story. You know what you mean? You know what you mean? You know what I mean? So I'm really sorry. I've completely devolved. Great. When did you last cry in front of another person? By yourself? I think I cried last night for no particular reason. I'm sure there was a reason, but I don't think it was important grand scheme of things. I think it was important in that moment. I cry all the time. If I don't cry about once a day, I'm like a little bit worried about myself. Last time I cried in front of another person, also recently. That's not like a thing that I try not to do. But I can't think of it right now. Does on the phone count? Because it might have been talking to my dad the other day. I'm just crying all the time. I'm just a cryy lady. Okay. 31. Tell your partner something that you like about them already. I like that you guys are taking the time to watch this video. It's just very sweet and generous of you, and I appreciate it. This is just kind of a silly passion project, learning how to vlog and talk about my life. And I appreciate you watching. 32. What, if anything, is too serious to be joked about? I think that there's probably nothing that's too serious to be joked about. I really believe in the taboo, especially as an artist. I think that you sort of have to know your audience and know your context. Like if it feels a little bit context dependent. Like I know there are certain things that my dad doesn't like being joked about because he has certain life experiences that for instance, a joke about suicide is more painful than funny. And I think that that is true for different people, and we all have our different contexts for what that means. And so I believe in the taboo as an artist. That's just my answer. I believe in the taboo. I like the taboo. I think it's useful to us. And it's important to be able to make art that makes people uncomfortable. And part of that is humor and comedy. And so I don't think that there are universal themes that are too serious. Is that the word? Too serious to be joked about. I just think there are some things that are maybe not the right jokes for the right people or in the right situations or time periods or contexts or anything like that. Wow, I'm not that interesting. Great. 33. If you were to die this evening with no opportunity to communicate with anyone, what would you most regret not having told someone? Why haven't you told them yet? I'm extremely bad at not telling people things. So I don't think anything. This is very boring. I've become boring. I just I make it a priority to communicate with people about things. And partially that's because I don't know how not to. I don't know how to not tell people things that are important. So I can't keep my mouth shut. So I don't think that there's anything that I haven't communicated that's important. For a long time, that would have been coming out. For a long time. But that's the only thing in my life that I can think of that it took me some time to figure out how to communicate, and to whom and when, and that I would have been upset to have not communicated. And there are people in my life that I'm not out to, but that's an active choice I'm making, that I'm not really planning on changing. And that's like intricate, but it's not because, I don't know how to explain this. It's because it's kind of not worth it. But that's not something I would regret not doing, not having communicated. I don't know that there are really that many things I can't think of anything. The people I love know that I love them. That's too personal for YouTube. Great. 34. Your house containing everything you own catches fire. Legitimately a nightmare. After saving your loved ones and pets, hi Diane, you have time to safely make a final dash to save one item. What would it be? My lovey from when I was a kid was a pillow named Pilly. And I still sleep with her every night, so probably Pilly. She's like the one thing in my life that's like a thing that feels irreplaceable. Everything else. If I've got the people and I've got Diane, I'm probably Pilly. I'm 26. Doesn't matter. Comfort is important. Of all the people in your family, whose death would you find most disturbing? Why? I'm gonna allow you. I don't think that there's an answer to that question. I was gonna say I'm gonna allow you to draw your own conclusion, but all of them, all would be disturbing. If my sisters died, that would be disturbing. Because they're my sisters and they're not supposed to die. If my parents died, devastating, obviously. I've discussed that a lot on this in this series so far. My relationship with my parents, all of it devastating, absolutely devastating, absolutely disturbing to my whole life force. Great. This is a mean question. It's not making me fall in love, it's making me fall in grumpy. 36, we've reached it, the final frontier. I've not done a good job this video. Well, okay. Share a personal problem and ask your partner's advice on how he or she might handle it. Or they, thank you so much. Also ask your partner to reflect back to you how you seem to be feeling about the problem you have chosen. Okay. Well, this is an interactive one. I feel like this is a good one to end on, actually, now that you have just an extreme amount of context for who I am as a person. A problem in my life. Great. I will think of a problem, and I welcome you in the comments, or also if you're my friend, feel free to text me, to offer your insight and your advice. I would love that. A problem. And this is going to be a problem that I haven't talked about yet, because I've talked about a lot of my life. And I don't know if this is a problem, but it's a thing that I think about a lot, is that I am not dating, and I just have not prioritized dating in my life thus far. I'm 26 years old. And again, I don't think it's a problem, but I would welcome any insight onto how to figure out if I would like to be dating, how I should go about dating, how to prioritize the things in my life that are important to me while also exploring dating, and figuring out what exactly is that kind of connection in my life that I feel like I would like. I was gonna say missing, but that doesn't feel right. But what would like to add to what kind of relationships, what kind of connections, do I feel like I can seek out as a result of dating, or by way of dating. I don't think I'm a person who is not interested in dating or romantic relationships of that kind. I just think I'm a person who hasn't prioritized it right now, and I kind of want to know if that's okay, if that's like allowed. And is there a way that I can engage with dating and think about dating that prioritizes that like continues to prioritize the things that are important to me? Is there a way that I'm thinking about dating that's not correct and not helpful, and like what I can be, how my life can grow and be more vibrant and abundant with these kinds of connections that I'm not maybe seeing or valuing? Yeah. Problem, my dating life. Is that how, that seems, that seems like a normal and regular. Anyway, this has been extremely fun for me, going on this journey with myself. Again, I think I sort of broke the prompt there a little bit. I sort of broke the system and didn't always translate, but this has been extremely fun for me. I hope that you have gotten to know me a little bit better. Thank you so much for watching and liking and subscribing. And if you haven't watched the first two, that's some important context. Go back and watch them. They're going to be down there. And this has been really fun. I guess, okay, wrap up. Have I fallen in love with myself? I think, yeah, a little bit. I've already loved myself quite an amount, but this has been a really lovely opportunity to check in with myself, to ask myself questions that I maybe wouldn't ask myself, because I'm like with me all day. I know me, but have the opportunity to like reflect back and think things through. And I think that that's been really fun to be able to connect with myself in this way. And I definitely feel, I don't know that I like love myself more, but I maybe feel more like in touch with myself and more loving towards myself in some ways. I look adorable today. That's also part of it. I look so cute. But this has been really very fun. Have you ever fallen in love? Have you ever fallen in love with yourself? Have you ever asked people questions? Please join me in the comments. I think we can have a lot of fun asking and answering questions. And this has been just extremely joyful. So thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I do love myself. And that feels like a win. Okay, like and subscribe, please. I will fall in love with you if you like and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Thank you.